was a rigged, disgraceful trial. The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people. And they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here.
Guilty is the verdict for former President Donald Trump on all 34 counts of falsifying business records in his New York criminal hush money trial. Trump is now the first former president in United States history to be convicted of a felony.
The jury of 12 New Yorkers, 7 men and 5 women, found that he violated the law by falsifying business records to cover up a $130,000 payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election.
The presumptive Republican nominee for president will remain a free man as he awaits sentencing. The judge in this case, Juan Merchan, has set a sentencing hearing for July 11th. That date is ahead of the Republican National Convention, which is set to begin on July 15th.
We are tracking reaction and what this decision could mean for the former president and also the upcoming election. News Channel 3's Peter Dowd live in studio following this historic verdict today. Peter.
That's right, John. Today I had the chance to speak in depth with Assistant Professor of Political Science at UC Riverside, Dr. Nicholas Napolio. Here's what he had to say in regards to today's verdict.
What do you think the big takeaway is from all this?
This is an example of the rule of law being applied to all people in the United States, regardless of positions of power that they've held in the past, right? So the fact that a common jury can convict even the highest political officer in our country is a good sign for the rule of law. Second big takeaway is that because we're so polarized and people are likely to vote for their candidate regardless of kind of what happens during the campaign season, as evidenced by that poll that came out last week, it's just another indication that polarization is again at a kind of all-time high.
And you can find my full interview with that professor online right now at KESQ.com.
Thank you, Peter. And we go now to Bianca Ventura live in downtown Palm Springs at Village Fest tonight, continuing our live team coverage on this verdict. Speaking now with the Desert Stonewall Democrats who are set up there at Village Fest. Bianca.
Hi, John. Of course, it's the verdict with rippling effects across the nation. Questions are arising as to what's next for former President Trump as he is set to return to the campaign trail as a convicted felon. Right now, I'm in Palm Springs with the chair of the Desert Stonewall Democrats, David Weiner. Thank you for making the time to be here. I know your group is setting up their tent and you're getting ready to interact with a lot of attendees today. But of course, we're following this historic verdict. And what do you think? Do you think that this verdict will overall impact the election?
I think it absolutely will impact the election. I think people will take away from this verdict that everybody, from the very basic American to the president, is responsible for their actions. And there's nobody that is above the law. And that's the way our Constitution was designed by the Founding Fathers. And here we see it worked.
And overall, do you think that this could be a potential call to action for Trump supporters here in the Valley?
I think it could be. I think there's going to be a lot of anger and a lot of hurt feelings. I would say to the Trump supporters, you know what? This is our process. This is our judicial system. It worked as it was supposed to, and now you pick up from there and decide your next course of action.
All right. Well, thank you so much for making the time and speaking with us today. We'll continue to hear from you all throughout the evening. And we have also reached out to the East Valley Women's Patriots group, and we are waiting to hear their reaction. As soon as we hear from them, we'll make sure to share that. Again, this is a historic verdict, as this may be the only case that we hear a sentencing to before the November election. We'll continue to bring you the very latest. I'm live here in Palm Springs. Bianca Ventura, back to you.